Another interesting video on history. I hope you are enjoying these videos. Let's take a break from programming and trading and financial markets. We will return to the financial markets soon and make more videos on those things. So in this video, I'm going to tell you who was the greatest general of the 20th century. You will be surprised that Western authors don't even mention his name. And so this is the man. This is the man. And his name was Georgy Konstantinovich Zhukov. He was a Russian general, and I think he was the greatest general of the 20th century. Marshal Zhukov was the one who defeated Nazi Germany in Second World War. He gave Nazi Germany crushing defeats one after another. I'm so be surprised. Nobody in the West, no Western author, no documentary ever mentions it. And they are giving you the story of Normandy landing. I tell you the myth of the Normandy landing also I'll expose in this video. Marshal Zhukov was born with a very humble background in a poor peasant family. He was not that much educated, but he rose from the ranks and ultimately reached the highest ranks in the Red Army. If you have seen my video on Richard Sorge in 1938, he gave crushing defeat to the Japanese Kwantan army in Siberia when they tried to enter Siberia from Manchuria. And that defeat was so crushing that Japanese then never dared to enter Russia again, and they changed their whole plan and they thought of making the empire in Asia. Marshal Zhukov was the one who made the counterattack that saved Moscow. He also was one of the commanders. He served some time in the Battle of Leningrad. Hitler attacked Russia with an army of 3 million strong. It was the largest army in human history. Even the United States Army is not 1 million. So he attacked with an army of 3 million strong, with thousands of tanks, thousands of aircrafts. And his plan was to conquer Russia and ethnically cleanse Russian people and then establish his rebel zone where German people will be settled and 1,000-year rifle start. This was his plan, but he didn't know that Russian people are one of the most brave people in the world. So he attacked it. He used to call Russians subhumans. And Germans were so arrogant and proud of their military superiority that they thought they would just conquer Russia within 6 months. Hitler famously said, I'll just kick the front door and the whole rotten building will collapse. But once German army entered Russia, then they realized is a war they are never going to win. So first defeat came within months in the Battle of Moscow. And if you have seen my video on Richard Sorge, I told you the story how Stalin moved his army from Siberia in time, and Marshal Zhukov, then General Zhukov, made the counterattack that threw the German army 200 kilometers back from Moscow. Then in summer of 1942, he was instrumental in laying the trap. Sixth Army in Stalingrad, when he laid the trap in Stalingrad, Sixth Army was encircled. After annihilating Stalingrad, Sixth Army in Stalingrad, in 1942, we have the greatest battle, tank battle, Kursk. Prokhorovka, where thousands of tanks took place and more than 1 million soldiers from Russia, something million soldiers from Germany fought in the Battle of Kursk. This was the battle that decided the fate of the Second World War. And Marshal Zhukov was one of the main field commanders on the Russian side. Marshal Zhukov was the person who ultimately then conquered Berlin. He was a great general, undefeated general, and he gave the German Wehrmacht defeat after defeat after defeat after defeat, and they couldn't understand how to what to do with him. So, but surprisingly, you will not find his name being mentioned by the Western authors. Actual battle took place in the Eastern Front. You know, 7 million Russian soldiers died, and something like 20 million Russians died in Second World War. But you don't see this thing mentioned in the Western documentaries, and Western authors don't even mention it. Actual defeat, actually Germany was defeated in Russia, Eastern Front. This is the most vicious battle. So the truth of Normandy is when Churchill and Roosevelt saw that Russian army is about to enter the German proper borders. So they said, oh, if we don't know, do anything, Russian army will overtake Germany and use Paris. So they made an amphibious landing in Normandy. And they will use a lot of documentary, though Normandy was some very bloody day and this thing, that thing. Normandy, German army is already defeated when they made the landing in Normandy, July 1944. Their tanks were already broken. They had severe shortage of fuel. They had aircrafts were also not many now. They had not many tanks. So already Germany had suffered defeat on the Eastern Front. And the Russian army was rapidly advancing into Germany. So this was the time when the United States and Britain had made the landing in Normandy. The sole purpose was to just contain Russia before it overruns all of Europe and reaches Paris. So this is the man. You can do your research about him. Marshal Georgy Zhukov. He was the greatest general of the Second World War. I hope you like my video. In the next video, I'll tell you why I consider Churchill to be a paper tiger.